Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of American Horror Story Season 10, Episode 6. If you were new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Now, before we get into this review, let's get into some comments. Uma Storytime World says, AHS gives me bad dreams. I'm like, they be doing the most a lot of the times. Not so much this season, but some last seasons, like, yeah. Any little doggone noise I had, I'm up there twitching and turning, screaming, and all those things. I am not good with scary movies. Like opening up the door, I'm paranoid that something gonna jump out when I'm watching scary movies. And when I was younger, that's all my brother wanted to do was watch scary movies. I was like, can we watch something to where it's not so suspenseful and I ain't over here finna rip my little sister's arm out because she was always sitting next to me and I'm grabbing on her because I'm scared. And she's like, if you don't get up off me. So Miala Oyen YouTube says pop locking takes me out every time. Now y'all know they be trying and they get that tick and it's kind of like they pop locking. But I'm just upset with this episode all the way around, mainly because how they did my girl Doris last episode, and then on top of that, she didn't have the opportunity to get her shoulder pad, jacket, coat situation. So she's sitting down there in the cemetery or wherever they hang out, the only one without a shoulder pad coat. So she can't even be one of the pop locking shoulder pad vampires. She, the pop locking, nightgown and robe vampires. And they probably looking at her all like at the side of her eye, like you don't even have one of the shoulder pad coats to make the pop locking look extra, girl. Cause like she turned too fast. It's like she took the pill and the next morning she was full on. At least, the first pop locking shoulder pad vampire, he had time to get sick and, go to doggone the chemist's house a few times, go to the doggone retail stores slash dentist slash tattoo artist to get him, a shoulder pad coat. And all the other the pop lock shoulder pad vampires got to do that. She just turned too fast. And then the fact that we didn't have her in this episode made me even more mad. This episode as a whole, I did not like it all. I wanted more and I just did not get it. So we have two fishermen, they found the sheriff's body. Now, at first, when they was like looking in the water, I thought I saw a mermaid. And I was like, is that a mermaid? So I had to rewind. But it turned out it was just the net from, the fishing boat. But I straight up thought it was, a mermaid. But then I was like, okay, so what did, since Karen, slid her blood in the water, my thinking is, wasn't digging my nose, had an itch right here, is that the water in that general area will be contaminated. That's just my thinking, that the fish would have drunk her blood, which had the pill in it, which would have made them doggone it, attack other fish and things like that. That's how my mind was going, but we didn't even expand on that. It's a town hall meeting, and they coming up with requests like, I would like for to change the color of my shingles on my roof from this color black to this color black. And I was like, really? That's why I wouldn't want to live in, an area with HMO, because you can only have certain colors and you can't have this and you can't have that. And I'm like, if I'm paying mortgage here and taxes on this house, I want to do what I want to do with my house. And then I got to pay y'all to tell me what I can't do? Motion denied. Do he want to expand his restaurant? My friend lives next door. Were you trying to expand it? This is what Russell Edgerton, the designer, was talking about. So we ain't finna do that. Motion denied. This one, a straight state trooper comes in because they didn't found like yet another victim who's drained of blood. Okay, because the sheriff is another of the victims have been drained of blood with these doggone specific bite marks. Now, town people was like, well, maybe she was out swimming. She had on her uniform. Maybe the boat did it. Okay, so what about all the people who was found on shore? Did the shark come to shore, do that. Did the boat come? If the people in the town would act a little more like, oh my goodness, shocked and concerned, they wouldn't look so suspicious. Because basically, what the designer Russell Edgerton said, this is how it is when it gets cold, okay? Strange things happen. But once it comes spring, all that goes away. It's like they, suffer through the pop lock and vampires, during this the winter time, but once it's summertime, they go head off to wherever they at. And the non pop lock and shoulder pad vampires, they go back home. So in the springtime, it's just back to normal. We ain't gotta worry about nothing like that. It's just that the non pop locking vampires, they bring their, celebrity to the town. Oh my goodness, this writer came to town and she stayed there. That's how, the city runs. Like, this is the price that we have to pay. We know they out here killing folks. They just leaving us alone. So that, it can be a tourist attraction so the city can stay afloat. That's basically how it is. Harry talking about they no longer taking the pills, and almost like, you mean into next winter? He's like, no, we giving the pills up. She's like, now hold up, now let me get this straight. Since you was able to do what you need to do, we got to stop. Well, what about me? I still got things I need to do. I need these pills so I can get greater. And I was like, now that I think about it, she was already a good like violinist. It's just that that's kind of like a one trick thing. But like, what if you get like carpal tunnel or something, or what if you break your hand? Then what are you gonna do? Because violin is all you know. And he was like, okay. She was like, we are better than everybody. We need that pill. It doesn't matter that we didn't die and took a few people's lives. And he's like, I should have grounded you when you gave the mother the pill. And I was like, first of all, what we not gonna do is completely lame. Um, she is a good portion to blame because she been trying to get rid of that mama since like episode 1. So she has her full share of blame as well as Ursula. But we gonna blame you too because Doris had been trying to get out since that first pop lock and shoulder pad vampire chased her and Nama down. She wanted to leave, but you got some power, you got some juice, you was on them drugs, and you wanted to stay and put your family in harm's way just for this success. And then once she was getting this, she was with you when you was basically a nobody writer. And once you became somebody, you was like, I could be out here partying with the who's, and you basically just going to hold me back. So he just didn't even give her a nice warm coat to put on, or some nice comfortable shoes. Just sent her out in her nightgown and her robe. Just open the door and just let her leave. So what we not gonna do was act like you feel so bad the Doors took this pill. We not doing that. Now all of a sudden he feeling bad for all the killings. Like, I've killed so many people. Like, this is bad for my soul. I was like, it being bad for your soul. It was bad for your soul that you let your daughter continue to do this when you didn't get your family up out of here, and you see how things turned out, but we ain't got there yet. But I was like, okay, daddy. I was like, you should have known how I'ma get down when she gave doggone Doris the pill. And before she gave Doris the pill, she been trying to get rid of her. So I don't know why you didn't think she would try to get rid of you. So Ursula was in charge of watching Eli, which again, I don't know why we giving her, babysitter, authority. Because last time she was babysitting, Alma killed the sheriff. She's supposed to be watching baby Eli. She hears a thump, but thought he was rolling around. First of all, he fresh into this world. He may be like a week or maybe 2 years old. He ain't rolling. His eyes ain't even started focusing yet. But Belden took Eli and talking about something. She want Ursula. No, she want Harry and Alma at her house by sundown. And Alma's like, we got this, daddy. Me and you, we. We got this, this is how we get down there. We got Ursula. Ursula's like, yeah, you don't have me. I'm not going over there. You must be crazy. Then I'm gonna call her a weak bee. She's like, I'm gonna forget that for a minute. Just for a minute. Oh, raggedy gal. So she goes over there to the pop lock and show the pad vampires to reason with them. Like, hey, I got this new pill out. It'll make things better. And you might be normal again. Now, I wasn't for sure if they understood or not. And I wasn't completely sure that she was going to make it out of there. And I was wondering why Doris wasn't there. Why she wasn't pop locking with the rest of them. Hmm? Where was she at? Why ain't we getting no Doris this episode? So, Harry and Alma make it over there. Bill over there like she finna doggone it. Chop up baby Eli. Then the pop lock and shoulder pad vampires come busting through the door. Bill and them, they get to shooting. The chemist grabs the baby and takes off running. The next thing you know, the pop lock of vampires, shoulder pad vampires, take out Bill, take out Austin. Doggone Harry and Alma sitting there looking crazy. Ursula comes in and shoots these two. No, she shoots the shoulder pad pop locking vampires. I was like, okay. Then the chemist comes back with the baby. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be a better father for you and you and Eli. It's gonna be the three of us. He's standing a good distance away from her right now. And then she's like, no, Daddy, it'll be the two of us. He wasn't listening or thinking, so he goes in and is like, huh? She done doggone killed Harry. So I was like, see, Harry, this your fault. And now we're gonna pin everything on Harry. Like he didn't just went mad and just was doing all these murders in the town. I was like, see, Harry, this is your fault. You wanted this fame. You wanted the wealth of all these things. And in the end, you done lost your family and your life. Because like it or not, Doris, she's still out here being a pop locking, you know, nightgown robe vampire. You ain't here no more. Your daughter didn't help take you and your wife out. Had you just left when Doris said so, you wouldn't be as rich, but y'all would be better. You when you did that first story, you could have got out right then and there, but no, the fame was calling you because of the drug. So now they in Los Angeles. It's no longer the pop locking shoulder pad vampires. We just got doggone vampire police on just in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, just running amok and just killing folks. I was like, this was stupid because when they was in a small town, would nobody, no one probably didn't care what was going on in this small town. But you bringing this pill out here to bring it to California, bringing it to Hollywood, that seemed like a stupid thing to do. But the chemist, she is trying to get rid of the racist police. That is her job. I was like, I guess. Now Alma and Eli are living with Ursula and the chemist. And Eli has been being taken care of by a nanny. Okay. I can't take what her competitor was saying when she was auditioning, so she killed him. Cause he basically like you a one trick pony. Yeah, you might if you get solo, you might be in people's magazine and all that other stuff. But if it's not a solo, then people not really gonna want to come to see you. So that's basically you the bearded lady in a freak show. She got upset and killed him. Ursula went from, passing out the pills at a Starbucks to potential riders to going to a seminar and passing them out. And I was like, see, this is when it was really, well, it was already annoying me with the way they just was like wrapping things up. I like, what if everybody in the room, you know, wasn't talented? So now you didn't got all these people thrusting them to either kill or get killed. It didn't. It seemed stupid to me. And the chemist, she was just sitting in the car watching mayhem ensue as the town was doggone killing the people was just killing the town. She's sitting in the car like, okay, shh, baby, it's okay. Mommy's here. We're gonna find somewhere else to live, and she just drove off, and that was it. I was so disappointed because I was like, we did 5 good episodes, and I'm not surprised because this has happened before where oh, it's getting real good, and then we have episodes like, huh? That don't make no sense. But y'all, that was a just. If I live and thank God about me, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts a video. You can click on it, you can like it and share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.